Hey everyone. Today I'm going to be discussing a little bit of my story when it comes to basketball. I've had a very long journey with basketball, and I feel like this is the easiest thing for me to talk about because it's been part of my life for 6, 7 years now. So it all started in the summer going into ninth grade. I actually joined. It all started back. Well, I'll talk about middle school first. So, middle school basketball wasn't all that fun for me. I kind of just did it because my friends were doing it, and I felt like it just, it's another sport to play. It's something to keep me active, keep me in shape. So I joined the team. Well, I tried out first, and I made the team. I was actually pretty shocked I wasn't good at basketball back in the day. But so 7th and 8th grade in middle school, I sat the bench, and that's really it. I just sat the bench for those 2 years. Didn't really play that much. I was also very short back in middle school. I didn't hit a growth spurt until 9th, 10th grade. I was probably, average height. Average height for that age, I was like 5'6", maybe, whatever. And then I think the summer going into ninth grade, I grew to 6 foot. And that's the summer I decided to just join a summer camp for basketball. My cousin actually ran the camp, and my grandfather and my mom wanted to keep me active during the summer instead of playing video games or whatever. So I did a camp, and I wasn't very good. I mean, I had little to no basketball experience besides making the team and sitting the bench. So I showed up with no intention of being good or showing off anything good. And the one thing that actually pushed me to become the best basketball player could be, I still can improve. There's a lot of things I can still improve on, but I've definitely improved since then. But what really pushed me to be next level and try and get to college was a very good friend of mine. His name is Paul. I actually forgot his last name now that I'm thinking about it, but he's an older gentleman, and he was one of the guys I met at the camp. He's a really good guy. He's always says hi to me, always has a smile on his face. He's a good guy. And he went up to my grandfather, who was watching me play basketball, and went up to him and said, has he ever played basketball before? And my grandfather goes, no. And he goes, he's got the longest arms for a 6 footer I've ever seen in my life. And my grandfather told me this, and Paul was saying, if you really work this kid out, he could have a lot of good potential, a lot. So that's what my grandfather did. Me and him spent years together, working out, going to parks by ourselves, shooting around, working on moves. Took a lot of work. It was a lot. Even on my own, it wasn't with my grandfather all the time because he lives in Long Beach. I live in Mount Sinai, so it's kind of a far drive. But I spent a lot of my time during the summers. Instead of hanging out with my friends, I worked on basketball. I worked on my craft. I just tried to be the best I could be because I loved it. I fell in love with it after that. That summer going into ninth grade, I tried out for varsity in 10th grade. I made varsity. Then I wasn't a starter in 10th grade. I came off the bench, but then 11th and 12th grade, I was a starter. Averaged 20 points a game both seasons. Actually took my team to their first playoff run in a very long time. Unfortunately, we lost in the first round. None of my teammates helped me out. I think I had 28 that game, and we still lost. So, yeah. But, anyways, I'm not tooting my own horn here. I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on my story. So, coming out of my senior year in high school, coming out of my junior year in high school, I'll say, feeling good, just had a really good season. I was having conversations with my grandfather, my coach, and they were telling me that you can actually play on the college level. And to me, that sounded crazy. I know I put in a lot of work, like hours on hours on hours of just straight basketball each day, 3-4 hours a day, just playing with people, playing by myself, trying to get into a gym, whatever. But I never thought that I would be playing I could play college basketball in high school. Like, that wasn't my first intention. My first intention was to play soccer in college. So it was surreal, and it was a good moment in my life. But so I was having conversations with my coach, and he's like, these schools are reaching out to me to get you to come visit and see what campus is like and see what the coaches are like and really get the experience of what college could be for your next 4 years. So calls kept coming in. I went and visited schools, did the whole thing. A lot of them were not local, but like within driving distance, like 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, whatever. And a majority of the schools that were calling me were D3 schools. And I wasn't necessarily interested in D3 schools because D3 schools don't offer you athletic scholarships. And I was trying to save the most amount of money as possible for the amount of work I put into basketball. I didn't feel like I felt like I was a D2 caliber player, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking for those kind of offers. Even though, I was blessed to have even offers from D3 schools because not a lot of kids get that opportunity, but I was looking for something bigger. And one day, very, very late, very close to decision time to decide what college I was going to, Molloy College offered me a scholarship, and it was D2, and I came here and visited it, and I walked around campus, met a couple of the guys, and I met my coach, who is one of the most selfless and hardworking people I've ever met. And at the time, I couldn't tell. I could tell he's a really nice guy, though, like just having conversations with him and talking about whatever. But getting to know him over these years, I'm so happy I picked this school because of him, to be honest, and the people I meet and I play with. These guys are my friends for life now. But my coach is the one who really made this all worth it. He's always got my back. He makes sure I'm okay. He's always worried, not always worried, but he's concerned for all of it. Like, we're his sons, basically. That's what it comes down to. He treats us like family, and that's like the most important thing when you're looking for a college, for basketball or whatever. You have to be able to tell if that's the kind of vibe you're getting. If that's not the kind of vibe you're getting, then in my opinion, it's a waste of 4 years. Not a waste, but it's just not going to be a fun 4 years for you. You might have fun with your friends or whatever, but I practice, dreading practice every day because of him or whatever. I never dread practice because of my coach. I love seeing him. I love being around him. That's the kind of leader I aspire to be one day. One day I hope I can be a coach and do the same things he's doing. But yeah, it's kind of my whole basketball story summed up in like whatever 5-10 minutes, whatever it's been. So yeah, that's really it. It was good talking to you guys, and I'll catch you later.